Really good win. Coming out of the Toledo game on Sunday, I think every coach would be nervous about this one, right? Our kids approached it great. Right out of the chute. And in terms of preparation on Monday, on Tuesday, their energy was really good. So quickly I got comfortable knowing like we're going to play, like we're good. And we certainly did. So I thought our ball movement was tremendous. And when we make shots like that, it's a lot of fun. So, and it was really exciting just to see from 1 through 14, everybody played really well. And it couldn't have been better. So now on to the next one.
And youth night tonight, Brady, just a lot of initiatives over this season. How important have those been to the program this year?
Well, it's something when we hired Kevin Mullaney, who's done a great job for us. Our first meeting, I said, okay, this team deserves it, and they're going to be worthy of getting crowds in here. We know we got a good group, and he shook his head and said, let's go, and his team's worked, and Mariah Monaco on our staff is my assistant who works with marketing. She's the one that meets with them, and they come up with all this stuff that you're seeing this year. So, it's been a collaborative effort, and I know, our athletic director has gotten behind it, and he's pushed when needed to do so, and he's patted everybody on the back for a job well done. And, I think it's like the perfect storm of a really good team coming together with a really good group that wants to market these girls. And I think that's what it's all about, right? And it's just fun for me to sit back and see it come together. And, all these special nights, whether it be First Responders Night or whether it be youth night, it's a little bit of a way for us to kind of reach out and say, hey, thanks. Whatever group it is. We've got some great youth sports in this town, right? My son's involved in them, right? And not just the people that play them, but we have that Kids Day game, and those kids come in and they see and they watch these players. I see it in my own house. Did you know my son bought a Nyla Hampton jersey? He wore it. He just got in the mail today, wore it today. But that's the impact they have, right? That, I didn't say, hey, go get Nyla's jersey, make her. He's like, Dad, this is what I want. I'm like, Mom's got all my money, go ask her. But that's the impact, and you see Nyla Hampton jerseys and Allie Becky jerseys, and you see it and you're like, man, this is really happening. It's cool. We've got some more stuff coming, and when these girls playing the way they are, it's easy to do that work for them and put good crowds behind them. And this place is becoming tougher and tougher to play in if you're an opponent.
And then I'd say for both of the players as well, do you definitely feel that community support behind you guys?
Yeah, 100%. I would say it makes the gym feel a little more electric. There's kind of an uproar with every basket, every steal, every good play we have. So it gives you an extra energy boost even when you're on the court.
Yeah, I feel like the same as Nyla said. I would say from us, we do the basketball stuff, and then there's a community that brings the extra. So yeah, we feel pretty good with that.
And then for Nyla, do you think you improved on your passing abilities during the time you've been here? Obviously, I think you're leading the team in assists and stuff like that.
I would say definitely. It also, it doesn't hurt when you're on a team full of shooters. Pretty much as long as you can get the ball to them when they're open, it's pretty much a given that it's going to go in for us.
And then for Brady, like she kind of just alluded to it, a team full of shooters. Would you say that the three-point shot is pretty vital for the offense?
It's definitely our comfort zone. I don't know that it's vital because we can get it on the rim, we can throw it in the post, we've got mid-range, but our kids and I'm into analytics, so I share it with them. Our kids understand what good shots are, what bad shots are, what efficient shots are, what inefficient shots are, right? So they understand that. So they're coached that way, and they do a good job of playing that way. But we've seen plenty of times this year where, teams have tried to run us off the three-point line, and we've won by going and putting it on the rim. And we've been able to, have bigs as our leading scorers, guards as our leading scorers. It really is positionless when it comes to that.
And then for Anna, I know perfect from the field. How does that kind of boost your confidence going into the next games?
I would say, so coming for this game, so like we are in a phase in our season that is like preparing for games. So there is not an individual work that we do a lot. So I would say that comes from extra work that I've been putting in, and I just have to keep doing it, and the confidence will come for the next game. So yeah.
And then I know I saw on Twitter for Brady. I saw on Twitter like the banners that were hung up during shoot around, and I know they said like invested, accountable. Could you kind of just like describe the meaning behind those banners?
Yeah. So when I got the job 12 years ago, we came up with and really believed in just some tenets that our program was going to be built on. It was going to be our foundation. These were the things we were going to make decisions on. This is how we were going to walk and talk, and it was going to be the start and the stop of everything we did. And that has not changed in 12 years. And so, we come in, and every kid that comes in the door, they get indoctrinated into this, into these things that are important in our program. I'm not saying they're what everybody should do. It's just what we do, and it's what we believe in. And so, it covers the full gamut. You see what these young ladies do in the classroom, and you see what they do socially, and you see the impact they have on the community, and then you see the ball they play. And it really is about being that diverse and being able to be that kind of a program. But it's just what we believe in. It's who we are, and it's really win or lose how we judge ourselves. And so I told them just the other day, the wins and losses are byproducts of doing all these things correctly, and with as much passion and energy as you can have putting into each one of them. But so that's really all it is. And then probably the one that ties the ribbon around it and puts a bow on it is just the one that says fight for your culture. It's, if you can think of having a little brother and that little brother gets picked on and you're going to take up for it. Well, that's kind of the mentality we have with our culture. And we believe in it, and it's something that we don't let get picked on.
And then for the players, I guess, how important is that culture for you guys?
I would say it's extremely important. Kind of like Brady said, it's what we fall back on. We always talk about playing the standards, and our culture, it falls into those standards. We always want to play the right way. We always want to make sure that we're doing everything day in and day out, on and off the court, the right way. And I think it all kind of cycles back to that culture.
Yeah, and I would say it's like something that we every day we have to fight through and follow each day. So yeah, it's important for us.
And that's it for me.
Coach, you talked about how you guys do everything well on the offensive end. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, there's the old cliche, live by the three, die by the three. Mm-hmm. How do you preach that balance? Because there have been a lot of games we haven't needed the three.
Right.
How do you preach that balance to your team?
Well, the thing that's happening this year is really we're more live and die with how we're defending, right? So the threes are coming from the pressure, and we've got the floor unbalanced because they're chasing their tail off after we've turned them over, or whatever it may be. So that's, I think, the difference of this team and why this team is doing what it's doing, because of the emphasis that they bought into defensively, right? So whether it's the press or whether it's the half court, we hold the team to 56 points and turn them over a bunch, and we have 17 more shot attempts. I mean, so that's, the threes are no different than layups or free throws. It's just, this is what we executed and got, and let's go. And if it's 13 of them, great. And if it's 6 of them, we'll be fine. You know, we'll just find a different way. But the defense is starting to be really, really consistent and really, really good.
And then for the players, just Coach talked about not having a letdown after the big win on Sunday. Is that something you guys had to talk about, or was it just a focus point that you guys kind of all understood after Sunday's win that it was time to get locked in again?
I mean, I think it was something we kind of all understood. You know, we've all, you know, been in the MAC season. We know how fast the turnarounds are, so you don't really have much time to dwell on any win or loss, you know. So it was just kind of that, okay, really good, we played really well, it's a good win. Now we have to shift our mind to our next game because we have to keep playing the same way.
I would say like Brady says all the time, it's 1-0 today, and I say like we prepared for one, okay, we have that one done, and then we have to prepare for another one, and it's always like that. So yeah.
That's all I got.
All good? All right, fellas.